entertaining.
We can try. Hello, welcome to the weekly writing group here on the Black and Orange channel. So far, it's just Sarah and I. I'm Sebastian, and this is Sarah, the wonderful Sarah, and this is Boo Boo's and Kitty. And Allison, it sounds like Allison is in the chat. Possibly Deb may not be able to make it, but that's it. It's just kind of us. Oh, there's Allison. Oh, here we go. Hello.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Oops. There I am.
Yep.
Trying to get my screen up.
I wonder how many screens
Hello, Sarah.
Taken off.
Hello, dear.
How many screens have been sold since the beginning of this whole illness thing? Because screens are really useful.
Yes, very much so.
And I had one like in the basement, and my mom was like, "Can I borrow that?" I was like, "Sure." So
they are.
Sorry.
Very.
So, well, it's gonna be a quiet week. It looks like.
That's okay.
Oh, Christine's here too. In the chat.
You've been doing an amazing job, Autumn. You've just been like holding us down energetically. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
It's been a zoo.
Yes. So I've got a cat who wants attention. Sorry. Yeah, but we'll get through it. All right. Did you get those short stories written you wanted to write? Oh, here's Christine.
No.
Christine.
No, I've been so caught up in the crazy that
all right.
I haven't. I mean, I've gotten some more ideas based on it, but no, I need to seriously do something because I'm running out of time. So caught up in the crazy that
Christine, is your tab open?
More ideas based on it, but no, I need to seriously do something because I'm running out of time. So caught up.
Okay, I just muted your mic for a second there while you sort that out. Just let me know. Just raise your hand. Okay, you think you got it? Okay, hang on. Okay, there you go.
I'm running out of time. So
no, it's still looped.
I just muted your mic for a second there.
Is it me?
There we go.
No. It's not you.
Hello, Michelle. Michelle's here.
Excuse me while I finish my breakfast.
You're good, honey.
Oh,
Go outside.
Okay, so hello, Michelle. All right, so I'm not where I want to be either with the writing, but I have made some progress. I've got progress here, and it mostly looks. I have these. Oh gosh. Hello, Lana.
Lana, hi. Hi, Christine.
Hi. I think I've got everything set now. So.
Great. I got a pack of these clipboards, and they're nice because they've got a pen loop at the top. I can keep a pen in, but I put these. I put the names of the projects on the clipboards, and I actually have them sitting here in like one of those, not banker's boxes. What do you call the boxes where you have the
literature sorter?
Yeah, the literature sorter, the things where you get like the different slots for the different things. So I've got a different slot for the different projects. But no, so I've been carrying this around with me with notes, and the more I have, I figure that the more pages I have that look like this, where it's just writing, crossing out over, then that's I got to be making progress somehow. But the word count's screwy. However, I know for a fact that somebody may have written, what was it, over 3,000 words just today.
Today I'm at 3278.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Thank you.
How? And you said you wanted to write as much as 10,000 this
week, and I'm going to have to pull it out of my behind this evening because I am at 8911 for the week.
Oh, come on. That's
Wow.
amazing.
That's
Wow.
amazing.
Well
Thank
done.
you. That January 20th date is like looming over me and kicking my behind. So yeah, it's screaming at me. So I'm doing whatever I got to do. So.
Understand. All right. And how about you, Lana? Have you been getting any writing done?
Not throughout this week. I did some over this past weekend, and then I did some like Monday night, and then all the crazy happened, and I was just not. And I was emotionally exhausted. So today I got on and I did a write-in with another group I'm in today, and I got 900 words in. So I plan on doing 2,000 today, so I have only 1,100 more to go.
Yes.
But I've got some admin work to do because I'm doing some Instagram posts and stuff. So yeah, we'll do it after that.
But that's great. You're making progress. That's excellent.
Good
Thanks.
job.
Oh, we lost Christine and we lost Allison.
No, I'm not lost. I'm just finishing up my breakfast. I can eat quicker if I'm not on screen.
No, fair enough.
Trying to be dainty.
How about you, Christine?
Hi.
Did you let me see.
New old school. I wrote pages and pages.
Nice.
I was so proud of myself. So yay! I can't get it in there.
Fair
And I'm
enough.
one of your moderators. Do you know that? Are you aware of that?
Say again?
Do you know I'm one of your moderators?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm Christine Thomas. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, so I've been moderating as much as I can.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Thank you, Christine.
Let me go to mute.
There we go.
Thank you so much, Christine.
Okay. I did okay, Allison, you were asking about, you were looking for a good book on writing short stories. I can't find one. I've got books on short stories, but I don't know that there's one that really stands out to me, which I feel bad about. However, there were questions for mystery, somebody writing a mystery about, I was going to look up the series that it's called the How Done It series. And I've put a link to that in the comments below this video over Amazon, so you can see the whole series. So if you're writing anything with any kind of crime in it, it's got everything from poisons to private detectives, what do they do, how do they work, police procedures, crime scene investigation, and it's all for writers. It's all, writer's guide to poisons, private investigators, on and on and on. So it's fantastic. It's an amazing resource. I actually had I didn't have all of them apparently, but I had a number of the original ones from the 90s. And they're still very popular. I mean, even the print version, I was over there just earlier today, and they're asking like $36 for each of the books. I mean, used, and that's impressive for books to keep their value like that over time. So, but they're newer versions that they've come out with. So that kind of information is available. So I got the link down there. Not sure what to do about the short story situation. I wish I could be more help. Anybody have any suggestions where to find better information on that?
I don't know. My short story is getting longer and longer.
Oh yeah.
That's the problem.
I don't know if I mentioned it before, but there's that YouTube site called Ask a Mortician, which I really recommend in terms of if you need to know what happens after somebody dies, for your writing, and she's a hoot. She's like a cross between Morticia Adams and I don't know somebody else that's fun, someone who's funny because she's really good. She's really good.
Oh,
I think I know
Michelle.
who you're talking about.
Yes.
Have you seen her?
I think I have. She is awesome. She is awesome.
Her tagline is like, "Hello, Deathlings."
I was able to find a short story book by James Scott Bell, who's I know
I'm
a lot
sorry.
of his. Can you hear me? Okay.
I can now. Sorry. Say that again.
I was able to find a short story book by James Scott Bell. I know a lot of people do tend to use his craft books, so that maybe
Oh yeah.
you might want to download a sample before you actually buy it, because he doesn't ring well. He doesn't jive well with me, but he might jive well with someone else. So
Yeah.
What is his last name again?
Bell, B-E-L-L, like
B-E-L-L.
Bell.
James Bell.
James Scott Bell.
I'll get the link. Just let me put this one in here. So the Ask a Mortician, the YouTube channel.
Oh, she's hysterical. She's so good.
Okay, that is there in the comments, and then James Scott Bell. Let me look it up. Quickly pull him up because my gosh, that man. Oh, he's a machine. He's written so much.
I'm putting it in the private chat so you can just cut and paste.
Oh,
Okay.
thank you.
Just a second here. I don't know why this is so slow today.
I've got it. If it helps any.
Okay, that's fine. Cool.
If it makes your life easier. But I appreciate
it. It does make my life easier. Thank you.
Whoops. Capitalize. Okay, James Scott Bell. Books on writing. Okay. All right, links there. All right, so we've got in the comments, we've got the How Done It series, the Ask a Mortician YouTube channel, and James Scott Bell Books on Writing. Excellent for anybody who needs it. All right, so we've got that. And actually, I might just copy and put it into the description box so I can carry it over to the next one. Resources. Okay, guys, I just want to double check here when I'm in here on the description, because I've been putting in any group members' books or blogs or, any kind of writing, anything like that. I'd like to put you as one of the group members writing, and other than that, okay. All right. Well, it's saved, and those resources are comments, and it's in the description box. All right. Now we're cooking with gas. Okay. All right. So it sounds like we've been getting some writing done, so that's excellent. Is there anything anybody else wanted to bring up? Did you have goals this coming week? Because I know, Allison, you've got a deadline at some point here.
Yes, I do. And I'm going to, it was on the other screen. Yeah, I have to do some major story writing between now and tomorrow, because I have to, the 15th is looming ahead of me. And I also have to, I have somebody that I think is going to take a look at it for me, and
Good.
so I'll see how that goes.
Okay. Because the 15th is Friday.
Oh shoot!
Sorry.
What a reality check! I tell you, all these current events have been wreaking havoc with my psyche and my diet, and I can't believe I gained 10 pounds over Christmas, and it's it's
I bet it's
just
good though.
it was really good, and I thoroughly enjoyed every morsel, and now it's like time to, I'm cleaning out my closet, so it's like time to get a grip.
Yeah. Yeah, this week has been hard. Sarah, you've got a deadline, don't you?
Yeah, I do. Thank you for reminding me. No, I have to have all of my manuscript ready to go to my editors by the 20th. So that means I technically need to have the first draft essentially kind of done by a week from today. So I've got to write 10 chapters in a week. So that way I can spend the last 4 days reading over it and making sure that, I don't look like a complete fool when I turn it over to the editors. So.
Okay, so yeah. January 16th.
Yes, ideally. So between now and the 16th, I need to get 10 chapters done because I'm on chapter 14 now. So.
Okay. January 20th. All right, so yeah, a week from today.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Love you too.
You both have the same deadline, right?
No, mine's before hers.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mine's before hers. Yeah. We originally had the same deadline, but then I decided to the paperback came in, guys. This thing is huge. But the ebook for Steamy goes live on the 12th. And so in order to try to piggyback off of that as much as possible, I want to have a sooner release date. And so I set my release date for February 9th. Sebastian isn't releasing until March 2nd. Yes. So,
okay. So
I got ate up with all the crazy and went a month early.
So that book you were just holding, it comes out on Tuesday?
Yes, the ebook comes out on Tuesday. The paperback.
Can you hold it up so we can see the cover?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
He's very nice. Yes, he's very nice. Yes.
Very easy on the eyes.
Yes. And the book is huge. I mean, the book is just absolutely yeah. And it's heavy. Like I could hurt somebody with, yeah. But I mean, I could hurt somebody with this. So, yeah.
And I believe, if I can share one thing you shared with me, isn't your story in there right directly after the person's first name on the cover?
Yeah. Right after Taldra is my story. So Taldra's in the middle, and I'm right after her. So I am all about trying to take as much advantage of this as possible because it broke the pre-sales broke the top 100 in Amazon romance anthologies over this last week.
Wow.
So
congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
So I was getting myself like the greatest worst thing ever because it's great, but there's a lot of pressure to get everything done and get it done right. So, yeah, this is like the most fantabulous, horrific thing that's ever happened to me. So we're just going to roll with it and see what happens.
Okay, and your novel comes out February
9th.
9th. Okay, got it.
Yes.
All right. All right, and then I've got myself down because March 2nd. Oh, small thing. for anybody who decides that they're going to go through Amazon, like Kindle Direct Publishing or what have you, if you set up a pre-order, do keep in mind when it says that there's usually a deadline. Like if your book's coming out on the Tuesday, you have to have your manuscript in on the Friday before, and they even give you this countdown. Every time you go anywhere near it, it's got this big countdown across the top. That countdown is not set for your time zone. It's set for their time zone.
Oh.
And Central Time here in the US, that deadline is at 6 p.m., not midnight.
Yeah, it's set for Greenwich Mean Time, so it's set London time.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
So just keep in mind that if you ever decide you're going to do the pre-order route through Amazon, double check that time in the countdown. So yeah,
That's good to know. Thank you very much.
Oh, sure.
I've got a 10-hour time difference between me and Greenwich.
Oh. Yeah, so I mean that's half a day.
Yeah. That would be serious damage.
Yeah. Yeah. And once you've got something in there, my understanding is you can't really touch it after that time. It's like you got it, it's in, you've uploaded it, you've double checked it, you've said, okay, it's done. And then from that, say Friday to the Tuesday, go work on your marketing or the next book, because you literally can't do anything about it from that point on. It's like, okay, sure. So anyway, what specifically are you working on? Lana or Christine or?
Go ahead, Lana.
And are you thinking about any deadlines or anything like that?
I set a deadline to have the first draft done. It's a cozy mystery, but it's a deco punk cozy mystery. So I have a deadline to have the first draft done by April 30th. Because my problem is I do have a day job. I do work full time. And sometimes, I do help out my sisters a lot with their kids. So I have to allow myself some flexibility.
Oh, yeah. Okay. But you want to have the first draft done on April 30th?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Excellent. And then you can be mad at me too, because I'll just keep poking you. How about you, Christine?
Mute. Well, I work part-time. I do some online classes, and I take care of my friend who's going to be 98 in a month. So I have a lot of appointments with her for different things. We did a CAT scan this week and it went well, so no problem. So that was great. Cool. And I'm working on my book. I've found from this writing, it's going to be maybe 2 different ways of doing it. I might have the long version because I do like all the detail, the Virgo that I am. But I want to do one for younger children. I did some summer classes online, and we actually worked on writing stories, and I did some illustration for this particular book with the kids. So I see where it can go different directions. I don't know if that's too ambitious of me to do that, but I did get a hold of my nephew in Nova Scotia, who is a geek and does all the internet stuff. So he did get back to me today that he is going to help me with that kind of stuff.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Good.
Just say yes. I'm excited. Yeah. So, but I have commission for another painting, so I've got to get that in there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So this is the painting. I don't know if you can, let's see. Can you see it? It's on my business card, but there he is. Can you see him? He's little blue. He's a yellow crowned night heron, and I named it I Don't Do Mornings. And I'd like to do a story about him because I just think he's kind of cool. I have a big painting of him, but he's on my card. He's just crazy looking, and he's been very popular. So I think he's worth a children's story as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So that's my other thing that I'm going to be working on.
Well, that's very cool. Are you thinking about when are you thinking about publishing?
I don't know. I don't know if I want to put that pressure on myself.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Like I think I told you guys last week, I used to work for a newspaper, and we had deadlines every night. It was very stressful. If you went 1 minute over, and you got written up. So I know that kind of pressure. So I'm just I'll just see what comes about.
All right.
I would hope by the spring. I would hope by the spring. So.
Okay. Fair enough.
Okay. Thanks.
No, I don't mean to be a pain. I'm just trying to be a pain. I don't know. Sarah, help me here.
Hey, I need you to keep me on my toes, so you're good. You're good.
All
right.
right.
I need to be pushed, so this is new for me to be in a group like this. So I need that behind me pushing me.
Well, I need it. So that's why I set the group up, and I want to support you guys. I want to help in any way I can. But also I have to show up, and I have to, say I have this deadline, I'm doing this, and when I fail, it's like, oh my gosh. And especially because I'm not going to lie, because part of me is like, oh my gosh, I lead the group and I didn't do the thing. Oh my gosh, so, but anyway, we'll get there. We're going to get there.
I mean, after this last week, though, I think,
Yeah, this last week was hard.
This last week was insane. So, yeah.
And I didn't even really think of the impact of that on my writing until you guys started mentioning it. And it's like, oh yeah, that's a good point. Because the fear level in the country's just been crazy. And it's, and who was not glued to the TV? Trying to figure out what the heck was going on. So.
Or the internet readers.
That's true.
That seems to be how I'm getting most of my news these days, because it's like I need to have hope while I'm hearing about the crazy. So it's like I have my, people that I have a standing date with, including you, Autumn, every day.
Well, thank you for that. I was like, okay, who's going live? Because it was like, I'm not going to go on again tonight. But who's going live? And it was like Becca, Jenlyn, and Johnny went live, and it was like done.
That was amazing.
Yeah, various people.
Last night, I watched them last night, and they were amazing last night.
Yeah.
Becca had me on the floor.
Yeah, I wish
I go to hell with her for laughing with her, probably.
Yeah, I wish we could. I wish we could somehow isolate her Melania impression and get that out there.
Yeah.
I don't know if any of you have heard that, but
it's great.
Yeah. Who gives a blank about Christmas? Well, she does it so much better than I can. It is so, yeah, her Melania impression, Becca's Melania impression is amazing. So,
one good thing that came out of it for me, though, was I kind of got to tap into some of the MAGA female craziness, because that's part of what my story is going on in my story. Not MAGA per se, but that kind of mentality. Mm-hmm. My daughter is biracial, so when she was born, she was very, very fair, blonde hair and blue eyes. And I had a very traumatizing experience in a grocery store once, a department store, where this woman was following me around, saying, "That's my baby. That's my baby. You have my baby. And you're just the nanny." And I was like, this woman's crazy. we've got to get out of here. So that's what my story is about. And it helped me kind of tap into that whole mentality, you know, that the woman who was saying, oh, I got maced. Well, how did you happen to get maced? I was breaking into the Capitol. This revolution, you know, it's like, that's why you got maced.
And Steve Colbert did a wonderful piece on her. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it was
haven't seen that
hysterical.
yet. I'm looking forward to that. Oh, wow. That'll be good. Yeah, because that was, this, and it's just been, but it takes a lot out of you.
Exactly.
Just emotionally. It makes, it's a fatigue. And it does help that we're nearing the finish line, at least. You know, there is hope.
Yeah.
The light at the end of the tunnel is right there. I mean, it's right there. It's not like in the distance. It's right there. But we don't know what potholes are right in front of us between here and there. So it takes a lot out of you.
And how do you deal, Allison, with the people afterwards? You know, when they've realized they have lost.
Oh,
You know, that's
it's like the Civil War, you know? We're still fighting the Civil War. They got the Confederate flag up there in the Capitol. And the injustice of how the rebels were treated, you know, if that had been a Black Lives Matter event, peaceful, it would have been shut down in an hour. There would have been body bags. There would have been multiple arrests, and nobody would have been waving them into the Capitol. I mean, it's been a very emotional and exhausting week.
Yes. Absolutely.
I have a dear friend that I've been friends with for years, and we don't ever talk politics. But she called me Wednesday evening, never mentioned it. Never mentioned it because she's a Trumpster. I mean, it was shocking to me that she didn't mention it. You know?
Yeah. I have a friend like that too, and I'm really struggling on how to deal with her because we have astrology in common, we have ancient aliens in common, we have all this other stuff in common, but I you know, I don't know. Is she really my friend? I don't know.
Yeah. I unfriended 6 people this last week. 4 of them I went to elementary school with. I mean, old friends.
Yes.
And there's just, I mean, because I can't do it anymore. I can't. I love them. I have love for them, but I can't participate in their energy anymore. It's draining. And if it's draining for me, I can't imagine how it feels. I mean, for I mean, Allison, for people of color, or Sebastian, someone who delves into energy and all that. I mean, if it's exhausting for me, and I know where I'm at with my privilege, because I mean, you know, it is what it is. But I mean, if it's exhausting for me, it's got to be exhausting for everybody else, and that's just. Whew. So it's been a week.
Hey, Michelle.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi, Michelle.
Hi.
I am not camera
Hi,
ready at
Michelle.
all, but
Join the group.
and after last week's experience, I didn't want any mutt interference, so I had to deal with them before I could get on.
Yeah. I have my one cat, my little tuxedo's here in my lap, but she's not doing anything. She's just here chilling. So yeah. Yeah, but I spoke with my sister yesterday, and on Facebook, her father-in-law had gone after her because he's a Trumpster, and
Oh boy.
she's just like, to the point, she's like, we're done. They're not welcome here anymore. You know, my kids can't. You know, I don't want my children indoctrinated, but I don't want my children to be othering like minorities and people who are immigrants or women or poor people, because that's not something that. It's not right. And her daughter's special needs anyway. So it's like, you know, that Trump's policies would adversely affect this little girl. And yet you're still thinking he's great. Like, but it's ridiculous.
I look at it as a cult.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
No, absolutely.
It is
I'm
a
sorry.
cult.
I look at it as a
It
cult.
is.
Yeah, it is. Sorry, I went quiet there. I'm just, it's just, ugh, disgusting. It's just disgusting.
It is disgusting. And something someone said is, Charles Manson didn't lift a finger to murder. It's been going around Twitter. Didn't lift a finger to murder
saw that.
anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he incited murder, so he's just as guilty. So Trump is just as guilty. So they're gonna have to go after him with everything they've got, because they have to make an example of him, because this is not acceptable at all.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
I'm done.
No.
No, you're fine.
I agree completely. There's always, hey, look, I made the picture. The other day, I don't know if anybody saw it, but or anybody watched that video, but the picture where I took the tiki torch Nazis and I put the little cupcake candles on the tops of the torches.
That was great.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Waste of time, probably, but it's always worth it ridiculing or speaking out in any way against fascism is worth the time. So thank you.
And raise
And
your
some
hand if you have
journalists
more
have-
Twitter followers than the president.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
great.
And what gets me is some journalists are comparing this to the French Revolution. And there is the French History podcast where it's a French historian talking about different periods at that time. And he's like, it is absolutely not like that. And he listed the different way. Okay, goodbye. That's the cat. He listed the different ways in which it was different. And he said, it's completely different. This thing was more like the beer hall push. And that's what it was. This was Hitler's thing where he basically came into power. So.
No, that's true. Because I studied French Revolution history for one of the but I had 2 solid years of French Revolution history, and the whole time this has been going on, I've been looking at the way Republicans have been stirring up the base and to gain power, and I'm just looking at that. It's like, you don't know history, do you? You just don't. Oh, this is not going to end well, and this is exactly what happened. You get them upset enough, they'll take you out too.
Yeah, look what happened to Pence, or look what's happening to Pence, and Graham's on their hit list too.
And Mitch is
Yeah,
not
Mitchie
looking
baby
well
is
these
too.
days.
Yeah. It can be very scary, and I think it really is helpful to have a place where I have different projects that I need to finish. But to me, in a sense, the different projects are like different emotional buckets. And when I'm feeling very strongly about politics, or I'm feeling very strongly about this, or I just want escapism or more escapism, I can emotionally go to those different projects and vent that, and it's huge for being able to just feel better. The catharsis, the having that outlet. Doctors have even found that it's good for your health to have these creative outlets where you can constructively. I mean, it doesn't matter. And when I say constructively, it doesn't have to be like what you're thinking has to be constructive. If you're mad about something and you're like, you know what, I'm gonna, that person's terrible. I'm going to, in the story, I need this building to burn down. Fine, here we go. And I'm gonna make it, nobody's hurt, or whatever you need to do for your story. But you can just do that, right? You can do the most extreme things as long as it works with the story. And you can have villains do awful things, and it's like, okay. And then when you're done, you're looking at it and you step back and it's like, and nobody was hurt. Nothing was hurt. Not instating anything.
Excuse me. For me this week, getting back into writing, it felt so good. It was such a high that I was doing it. It was kind of like when I'm painting, you get in a zone. and you forget to eat and you just zone everything out. And it's a good place. It's a spiritual place to be, I think, for me, whether it's writing or painting. And it is cathartic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely needed it this week. So
it's a better outlet than breaking plates against a wall.
Right.
Or someone's head. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or throwing plates against a wall.
Yeah, exactly. No, I've been saying for a very long time that, you know, I want to do everything I can to encourage people to express themselves in art. If it's painting, writing, anything, sculpture, whatever. And that's why even some artwork that other people, you know, certain people will say, well, that's wrong, or that's offensive, or that's whatever. It's like, you know what? It's just a piece of art. It's not, you know, that is what I think as a society we need to foster. We need to encourage. To actually, it was something my mom said years and years ago during the first Gulf War, when the first Gulf War was starting up. And she just looked up one day. She said, you know, Saddam Hussein, he needs a hobby. I wonder if we could teach him how to knit.
Oh, that's good.
I love your
That
mom.
that reminds me of what my daughter said to me when she learned about World War II and Hitler. She goes, well, that's what they get for not letting him go to art school.
Exactly. If they had just been more open and appreciative of those big ugly paintings.
Yes.
those cold ugly paintings. Oh man. Yeah. And speaking of the Fiora's artwork, I did not know until more recently that the book Mein Kampf, Hitler actually has heirs. He has
Really?
2 nephews who are,
Oh.
last I heard, still alive. And
Yeah.
I did not know that.
and he is they
Yeah,
are,
some of them are over here.
Say again, Lynette?
Some of them live over here in the state.
Oh, yeah.
Some of them live here in the States.
There were 3, I think, and one passed. If I remember correctly, there were 3 brothers and one passed. Yeah.
Okay, because I know right now I think there are 2 of them right now, but they themselves were so horrified by what happened that they actually voluntarily said they were not going to have children.
Wow.
So that his
His
genetic
bloodline would stop.
bloodline stops.
Yeah.
And they are the heirs to the money that the sales of Mein Kampf goes to, and they donate all of it. All of it gets donated. And you know, bless them. They didn't ask for that. They were just born into it.
Yeah.
You know, and to voluntarily just say, so as horrifying as it is, things like Mein Kampf, you know, if somebody is studying it because, you know, we need to know how these monsters rise, and we need to know how they fall, and we need to better understand. So the more we know, so it doesn't happen again, or it's less likely to happen again.
I met a woman years ago in Orlando. A friend of mine, we used to put on like spiritual seminars. And this woman came, she was in her 90s. It was probably 20 years ago. And she studied religious icons around the world, collected them. She was in Germany when Hitler was just starting out. I still get chills when I think about what she told us. And she said he was on a soapbox in the middle of, you know, of a pretty popular area in this town in Germany. And he started to speak, and she said she was standing there not believing anything he was saying. And she said, all of a sudden, her hand was going up like everybody else, straight up. And she said it shocked her so badly, she had to get out of there. She said it was the most shocking thing that ever happened. She said he had that kind of energy, that kind of pull that people just got sucked in. And she said for someone like her to get her like pulled into that, Trump he never had that kind of energy, I think that Hitler had, but she said it was very frightening, very frightening.
He practiced. He practiced in front of the mirror for hours and hours and hours. And he basically, and the way he spoke, the forceful way he spoke, but also there are similarities to, I don't know if you guys, auction fever. If you've ever gone to an auction,
oh yeah,
that patter, it literally hypnotizes. I've fallen for it, where it's like, oh no, that doesn't add up to that. It's only this per that. Sure. Yes, I must have this thing, and it's literally hypnotizing, and that's, yeah, it's awful. I gotta leave it on a lighter note though before we get off this topic though. Have you guys heard Trevor Noah?
Love him.
Trevor Noah's father's German. And so he went to Germany, and he was trying to learn German, right? I'll have to find the clip, but basically he was trying to learn German, and he was saying that, trying to learn different accents and do this thing and what have you. And he said, the real problem is what if it turns out that the way you naturally speak German and your accent and the way you do it, what if you sound like Hitler? And he does this whole skit where he's like, he goes into a shop to order a sandwich. And he does the whole patter in that obnoxious this and this and this and whole wheats and rye. I want it on rye, and I want it in this, and he's going through this whole thing. It's very funny. It's very funny, and I think that's what we need to do. We need to not forget, but we need to ridicule it. We need to make jokes about it. We need to write books where they're the villains. And because I do believe, even just in my lifetime, we are moving, it's slow and it's hard, but we are moving more toward equality for everybody. I believe. So anyway.
And it also helps that now you have more YouTube followers than Steve Bannon. So.
This is true. This is very true.
He was banned, wasn't he? Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, he was. Yeah.
We have more followers on this channel. That's the way it should be. Than the losers. But anyway, I hope you guys have a great week. Do get more writing in. Do express yourself. And I'll find the Trevor Noah clip, and I'll make sure I'll put it in the comments. The link to that, because we need some jokes.
I'm inspired to go ahead and keep writing, especially because a couple of days ago I had an astrology reading from Hogarth Astrologers.
Oh, yeah.
And it is really good. Have you had one, Christine, from him?
No, but I've watched him. Yeah.
Yeah, it was really good. And it's, the whole idea is that it's kind of like my mother used to write, and she had a whole bunch of journals that I've inherited, and she always wanted us to write a story together. And so this is kind of like my way of writing with her by writing. So
nice.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I interrupted somebody else. It was Michelle or Lana or Christine? Who somebody was speaking or wanted to say something? Okay. All right. I just want to make sure you guys got your voice out there. All right. Well, in that case,
what is Michelle writing?
Well, Michelle didn't get much writing done this week because Michelle had 2 days of a migraine.
Oh, I'm sorry.
On top of what happened on Wednesday, and a major change in work process. So I didn't get anything done. But funny thing is, I get the most unusual ideas about where to take my story while I'm doing mundane things, dishes, shower. You know, I see a lot of other people nodding their heads. So obviously I'm not alone on this. And as I was loading the dishwasher today, I thought, okay, I got to open that book and I got to get something done. And I started thinking about how to transition from the chapter that I'm currently on to the next one. So, hey, that counts.
It does. It does.
Awesome
Create.
sauce.
That's really what the group's about. We're creating.
Yeah.
All right, fellow creators. Let's go forth and create all the things we want to.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see you next week.
Have a good week.
Have a great week. Hang in there. And
Hopefully next week will be better than this one.
Bye.
oh yeah.
Amen.
All right. See you
Everyone,
later.
thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.